Huge news, Roy. The C1D Paintball team has a podcast. Yes, that's right, Dick. Wild bunch, those C1D fellas. Tune in every Sunday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time for an amazing podcast.
Dad, come on.
These guys, you know, these guys, they call home war zone. Oh, war zone. Good people, good friends, good game. See one to pocket. Paintball pocket. See to pocket. One paintball pocket. In the mountains, tucked away. On the weekend, we all go play. The C1D paintball pocket. The C1D paintball pocket. Good people, good friends, good game. C1D to pocket. C1D paintball pocket. C1D to pocket. C1D paintball pocket. Paintball pocket.
We got a little dead air. We will fix that and post edit. But you know what? This is not a serious podcast, so I may not do it. I am Andrew, welcoming you to the C1D Paintball Podcast. I like that song. It's courtesy of Mike, who is one of my two returning co-hosts. How you doing this fine evening, Mike?
Not too bad, not too bad. I always love Sundays because of the podcast, but I always hate Sundays because I got to go to work tomorrow.
That is true. That is true. But as long as you get up tomorrow, you should be optimistic about the day. Right? That's my Dr. Ruth moment for the episode. And for Connor and everyone in his peer group who doesn't know who the hell Dr. Ruth is, Connor, welcome back to the show. Now that you are done your parole, we want to congratulate you.
Thank you. It's good to be free from the midterm evaluations. It's a great Sunday knowing that I have the podcast today and no work or school tomorrow.
Ooh, rubbing it in.
Somebody's breaking up ice beside the house for me.
Pew, pew.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to rely on Mike. You've already got a big at bat here. Top of the ninth inning, bases loaded, down by 3, 2 strikes. What was I going to say? You're going to premiere. Adam's watching. I can't wait to get back with Adam and Owen on the field. Those guys are great to play.
Absolutely.
Now, for those of you listening on Spotify, so you don't have the visuals, we're going to kind of bear with me. I recommend maybe you watch the YouTube version. But otherwise, Mike, I want you to tee up a little Owen. Of course, they are there together. How's it going? A salute to the cowboy.
All right.
I want you to bring up a little something you made that was hard for us to even sit on it for any period of time without releasing it because we got giddy about it because, it's not a serious podcast.
Not a serious podcast. Yeah, I got her queued up. There's Mikey. Mikey's here.
Mikey.
All right, let's send this. Here we go. Put your seatbelts on.
For the coolest and most exciting toy drop to ever hit the shelves? Well, buckle up because the limited edition C1D action figurines are now available all over the country and wait, all over the world! Fully posable, and each figure comes with a usable and fun accessory that is catered to each character. The team leader, paired with fully customizable military squirrel Connor, the fierce and tactical sidekick, armed with fully interchangeable bloody stump of a foot for full paintball immersion. Jeff, the brains and the menace of the field, he comes with a signature purple smoke to absolutely dominate the field and control important points. Mike, well, he comes with a big fat ass blunt. Collect all 4 today. Must be 18 years or older to order. Most major credit cards accepted. Pick up the phone now and dial 555-420-6969. $19.99 plus shipping and handling. No tariffs or charges to our U.S. fans. Again, that number is 555-420-6969. Call and order yours today.
It never gets old. It never gets old.
I just realized the rest of the show is going to be super, super anticlimactic after that. Mikey's cooking some supper. Nice boy kibble. I don't want to know because is that a euphemism for something, or I don't know. Mike was the mastermind behind that whole video thing and just having fun. Adam loves it. Owen, you better love it. We'll have to. We'll get the bouncers to move you.
Yeah, that's all it was. It was just I don't know. My brain works odd in some ways, and messing with the AI. And I had created the action figures for us, and I was thinking, like, how can I use these? Or is this just going to be another thing that I make and put in a folder and it never sees the light of day again? I don't know. So I'm like, what can I do? And sometimes when I'm saying something out loud, like, what can I do with this? It's something immediately pops in my head. And for some reason, like, I didn't have the visual, but I had the voice already. Like the whole, like, 999 must be 18 years old in order. And I was just like, what the hell's going on with my brain right now? And 45 minutes later to an hour later, that came out, and I was like, wow. And every time I watch it, it gets better and better and better. So I had a lot of fun. That's pretty much all it is.
It's actually live on the YouTube channel now as well. I know you'll put it on the, of course, yours as well, plus the main C1D one. Just having some fun. Connor just wants to point out he had nothing to do with it, although he does feel ripped off that his action figure only has one accessory, which is both his feet. So
I mean, it's accurate. It's accurate. You know, it's a little bit of a, you know, what's the word? Oh, not overreaction, because there's only one foot. But I think the only real inaccuracy is on the box. I don't have a signature. I'm however years old, and I don't have a signature. So I still just print my name whenever it says signature. So
Yeah.
they don't do cursive nowadays. We got rid of the penny and cursive.
we did cursive until grade 2. Then after that,
Did
it
you?
wasn't like whenever you did formal writing, you didn't. Yeah. So I mean,
To
I
be
know how to
fair,
do
I'm-
it, but like,
Yeah, I'm terrible at cursive too, so that's why I like hand rip mine out like a.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I actually sat and wrote something in cursive.
especially
didn't-
you. It's a fun fact about Andrew, about my dad, is he's left-handed in a lot of things. So I guess writing cursive, it's pretty
Messy.
my friend Alex, part of C1D, he writes cursive and left-handed, and he'd help me a lot in high school with math homework. And I can, even though he's not writing in cursive, it's everything he would write in pen is smudged. So I'm like, thanks, man.
Yeah.
And he'd have to, whenever we do formal writing, he'd have to go to the front of the class and read it to the teacher, because the teacher couldn't read his writing because
Oh my lord.
So anyway, sorry, that was a
That's-
tangent.
so
That's a
funny.
form of discrimination. That's what
As a
that is.
16-year-old, that's pretty embarrassing. It was funny to mention.
That is funny.
So
Yeah.
I'm thinking paintball. And this is something we had yesterday here in Montreal. It's a little colder in Rigaud, which is where Warzone is, about 32 kilometers away. but it was up to +7 here yesterday. So melting a little bit, probably a little cooler in Rigo. It might be 2-3 degrees cooler there, but we got melting happening, of course, and we got break the ice. Our first C1D game day, March 21st there. And now it was break the ice last year. We did, I can't remember. I think we've always done it on base, but I know last year we very quickly followed up break the ice by playing on market. Maybe it'll be available. Either way, it'll be just great to go out there and see everybody. But right now, what I thought about would be a little loose topic is all winter. Even those that play in the winter, you don't go as much, but you think about your gear once in a while. I have a home office set up, not only around me here. If you're watching on any of the platforms we're on, where you can watch me. I've got a kind of an office out there too, which is great for my day job and such. So my paintball gear is right behind me, and I see stuff. And I thought a year ago I wouldn't imagine how I'm going into this year about my gear. And I know that's what people are kind of like now. They thought, well, maybe next season I'll do this. Next season is hard approaching us. So I won't get into depth about my thing. I'll just say it at first, give an example, and then let you guys do some talking here while I want to finish this tea before it gets too cold. Like for me, I rocked the bandolier last year for half the season, and I want to stick with that. And I'm also going to kind of do probably a marker kind of rotation. And I'm talking about strictly drop-in days that we do, which is the bread and butter of what we do. So I'm not talking about like D-Day or special events. I'm talking about like, hey, today I'm going to run pistols or whatever. But is there anything, Mike, you're looking about for your gear? You're taking a different approach. I know a lot of people, they want to get lighter, but are you just going to go in there and fly by the seat of your pants? What are you looking forward to maybe trying? Have you got an itch you want to scratch equipment wise this year?
I know that for a fact last year I didn't use my vest once. Or if I did, it would have been the break the ice, and then I didn't after that. I last year was all about being light, maneuverable, and trying to keep up with Connor. So I like stripped all my gear, all my vest, all that stuff, and I ran nothing but a battle belt last year, which was super nice. But even with a big mag pouch, it was a little frustrating having to reach all the time behind my back to try to get my mags, and also losing mags throughout the day. So I really want to try my vest again this year. And also I'm looking back at some of my older pictures and stuff, and it just looks badass. I look a little more, I look a little more legit, like what I was when my vision when I first got into paintball. I want to look good, also. So I kind of missed that look. And then having all my patches, of course, I don't have anywhere to put my patches. I get this tiny little spot in front of my battle belt. And now I got all these patches. So I think I'm going to go, and if I don't like it, then I'm going to try to get a smaller vest, something that doesn't take up as much, make me feel like I'm wearing as much at least. But yeah, so that's as far as gear. I got a new mask. I told you guys that. So I'll be trying that out this year. I'm pretty excited for that. As far as markers and stuff, I mean, we got the new speedball marker, but that's only going to see big events and stuff. After talking with, I believe his name's Ryan, the new guy who joined the Discord, kind of liven the Discord up a bit with the off season. We didn't have much to talk about, but new guy hopped in and started talking about gear and stuff, and kind of got me all excited for the upcoming season. And it really made me want to get a Tipex again. So I think I'm going to get a Tipex for this year, just to have on my hip for I always had one, and I sold it last year. So but I don't really have anything crazy. I don't have anything new. I was a little broke this year. So besides the mask and whatever, you'll probably see me 9 out of 10 times with my EMF. But I do have a build I'm working on that's going to change it up a little bit. So I won't tell anybody what it is, but that's something to look forward to this year.
Does it involve gluing 2 different markers together?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Does it go when you shoot it?
Well, no, that's true. Of what you're mentioning with the Tipex or your sidearm is that I remember using one a lot when you first started playing, and like really like that sort of tactical thing. Instead of reloading, you pull out your sidearm. And
Yeah, I did it a lot.
yeah, I never noticed that you weren't rocking it last year. So
Yep. Yeah, sold the Tip-X, and then I had the PPQ. I tried that out, which is just not as practical. It looks really cool in videos. It feels really cool, but it's not as practical on the field when you need to really actually hit somebody. So the Tip-X, everyone knows, is an absolute madman on the field. So
I feel like that's like the Halo 1 Combat Evolved pistol. It's like a giant magnum sort of thing.
Exactly. It's so good.
Yeah.
Somewhere, wherever Jeff is right now, he heard paintball and Halo mixed together. He just stopped for a second and looked around.
Jeff's here. I don't know what you're talking
On
about. You
his
skipped
hardware.
over him on the intro, but Jeff's here. He's just being a little quiet today.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Connor, you're kind of easygoing.
Oh,
I
no,
don't
I'm
expect
not.
you. I don't
Yeah.
expect you to say you're going to grab that speedball marker and go ham on everybody. Okay, so what are you looking for? Is it much of the same? You're going to try to do something, try to controversial here? Where are we going? Where are we going? Do we put our...
What I said to you when I first bought that a marker off of Owen, I got a pretty sick deal. Very thankful for it. Is I'm really going to try, at least at the start of the season, see how much I like it. It's been a while. I'm going to try going, converting my TMC, going strictly mag fed for whenever we do like games, just local games. And whenever it's a big game, that's when I go whatever. I don't know. I need something like Mike, because no offense, I'm very lucky that my dad gets me a lot of my gear and stuff, but I don't like the big vest for holding my mags, and that's why when I did have mag fed, I have one of my marker, obviously, and I have two in my hands, so I'm running around with, because I hate having the mag pouch. I hate whatever. So maybe it's something I just have to get used to, but I know definitely the big vest probably need to downgrade it so it's not as restrictive. But otherwise, I'd really like to get like something more low key, whether it's like a
why don't get a recon setup? So it's light on there. It's just got a little thing in the middle for your mags.
Have you seen Miranda's vest? The one that it's like a what do they call it in the military? Like a what the frig? I'm having to draw a blank.
That's okay. There's so many.
It's like a plate carrier. It's just one single square, and it's almost above your belly button.
When I asked a while ago with when we were still playing at it was LaSalle Paintball, so now Army Globe. Is one of our friends, Sam from MWR, has one, and I'm like, Dad, I want a vest just like him. And my dad said he couldn't find any. So
his? I remember going back and forth with him on that one. Yeah.
Miranda likes hers, and it's so light, like compared to
that would be my
I
dream.
pick mine
vest,
up, and I'm like, ugh, it's really heavy. And when I take hers out of the case, it's like picking up a microfiber. Like I just hand it to her, and there's nothing to it.
That's why, I'd love that. I'd love that. That's for sure.
Yeah, I would look into that if you're not looking to put a battle belt on, because I think the battle belt is your most least whatever. But when it comes to running and stuff and how much you run, it's going to be nothing but issues.
Can I? How do I stick an image in here? How do I stick an image?
Present on the bottom.
Okay, share screen.
No, just present.
Image file. Okay.
And then just hit add to whatever.
Okay. So give me a sec here.
Let's see. Mikey says Valken or Planet Eclipse has them. Yeah, because it's a Planet Eclipse one. She got it from Nevin, I believe. And it wasn't even that expensive, I don't believe.
Nice. I mean, if it's that light, it's not that much material, right? So it can't be too.
Yeah, it's nothing. There's nothing there.
I didn't send you the right. You know what? Forget about it.
No, we got it right here.
No, that's not the right image.
Oh, we're not sending.
Yeah. Good. Thank God it wasn't that other image. Yeah, I'll send it after. When I'm talking about a recon vest too, is it goes down, and you can just have, like I said, just.
Well, I'm
two or
not. I'm
three
not
mags.
wearing the stupid apron. I'm sorry if that's what you mean by recon vest.
Oh no! The Vietnam one, no, one that fits snug and everything. I mean, honestly, you know what? I've done it before, and I did it a few times last year. Is instead of putting it on my belt, the dump pouch, is I put it on my belly, kind of like like a hand warmer the football players have.
Yeah.
And it's right there. And when you bend, it's not too bad. And it doesn't flop around and smack. You don't smack yourself in the nuts with it. So if you got one in your hand and your marker, and you can have two more in there, if you can organize your, and I did that before. It was, the way I play, maybe your style wouldn't adhere to it, but I was able to, just stack. Okay, these two are done now. And I just leave them wherever. But there's setups we could do, because honestly, Connor, I understand the vest thing, but I think MagFed is a good challenge for somebody like you. It's good for that. But I mean, you don't overshoot anyway. You don't overshoot with your hopper. So
Yeah.
No, I watch the videos. I mean, obviously, well, like you watch the videos and know that there's definitely some discipline going on there for sure. You got a hopper, you could absolutely just annihilate, 2-3 people running at you with, 10-15 rounds on them each. But yeah, there's discipline there.
Well, for me, if you're going to try the your new speedball marker, get the flow of it, and you always got the your little snub nose TMC, and of course, there's many times you just run a shield, and you a shield on your front. All of a sudden, it's on your back. We never know what to expect. This year, I'm definitely running the bandolier again. So I got 3 mags there.
About that.
Oh, that's her light vest like that with the shoulder.
No, that's not a light vest.
That's a bomb. It's a bomb disposal, isn't it?
Just being a smart ass.
Yeah.
With the bandolier, I got 3 mags. Got one in there, and I usually put one in my dump pouch, and I'm good with that. Get the dual mags attached.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, but the thing about dual mags is it takes a lot of room. Yeah, see, Owen has 2 bags because the double mags take up a lot of room. They're not as compact. It depends how big your dump pouch is. I find
Connor's talking about not having a dump pouch and just carrying his mags. Isn't that what
2 double mags? Yeah, 2 double
mags. Just
had
yeah.
Oh, shit.
Put one in your back pocket.
Yeah.
Those double mags are nice. They just like boom, boom, boom. They're pretty nice. I could see you. I think that would probably work out well for you.
I mean, even when my TMC was a lot longer before, I was holding my other mag with the TMC and shooting it one-handed like all the time. So
that's
especially if it being shorter now, it's I mean, just having maybe a double mag and an extra would be perfectly fine.
I don't know if you guys. Oh no, you might have noticed on a few games last year that we made videos for, especially foosball, is I would keep extra mags at spawn on market.
Yeah,
because it's just I keep it there. Maybe I need it, maybe I don't. Yeah, it sounds stupid and saying, "Well, wear a vest. You don't have to run back to the thing." But that game type being unlimited lives, yeah. So I was able to be all right with that. I'd put it in the back mag pouch. The vest for Connor's concept. There we go, Mikey. First of all, Mikey, you got to show him the ins and outs of that speedball marker he's got. By the way, Mikey's going to be on our show next weekend. He's going to talk a bit on his trip to Florida, at least everything that his lawyer is letting him talk about publicly, and a bit about speedball as well. Now I'm going to run you could have a good setup with that. I'm happy you're talking about the MagFed. That's for sure. I'm going to run the bandolier. I'm wearing a baseball hat backwards because I'm tired of just getting I got hit so many times up on the head last year there. And it's one thing how I hobble around the field some days when I'm feeling extra old. But with that white hair on top, I might as well cover it up. Maybe they'll think I'm some hungover 30-something guy or 40-something guy instead if I got a baseball hat on.
Have you ever taken a hit in the button on the direct top of those hats, though?
No, I haven't. But that would be... Oh, yeah?
It's absolutely terrible.
Except
so I used to run hats as well before bandanas and all that stuff. That was my original thing when I was trying to figure out what the hell to put on my head. And I got hit in that button, and I immediately took that hat off and never put it back on.
I got a tactical hat where it's actually Velcro on the top, Velcro on the back, and Velcro on the front. I sometimes see me wear it, my green hat with the C1D patch, and there is no button on top, and it's an actual it's a piece of Velcro. You know what it's for, Connor? It's where you play airsoft and you have a kill rag. And the kill rag has a little Velcro thing you put on the top, and then you can walk out and it shows you're dead.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm wearing that because
What
I do
about,
need a
for the hat though, getting
bump helmet.
Bump helmet, the little
Bump cap?
silver thing.
I'll try the cap at first, and if I'm in a situation where then I'll get that.
What am I going to tell Mom when you get concussed, when you get hit in the center of your hat, like Mike said?
Well, what are you going to do when that happens? And say, did you bring your goddamn driver's license?
Okay.
Roll me in a ditch or drive me home. It's your choice.
Balls in your court.
And as far what are we going to talk about here? Let me finish up the marker thing. I looked the other day at my TMC, and I've been stalling for a paint job that I needed 2 years ago. It's at that point where the factory paint is peeling. And I said, no, actually, I like this. All the rest of it's polished and ready. And it's like, I like this. But I tell you one thing, Connor's TMC, the short one with the 8-inch Lapco, that's a wicked gun. I love that feel. And if there's, depending how the new field at Terminal is, like, that second building that's like some sort of death trap maze, you'll need closer quarters and stuff. And I just imagine doing that. I definitely want to run at least one. I want to run the pistol a few times. I want to run the Zeta mags out of my TMC with those wonderful MWR mags. So I just want to try different things, but the bandolier is a definite to help the weight, because I do like wearing my vest, but I like wearing my vest when the situation calls for it.
When you want to look good. We get it. I know.
Yeah.
And also I always change stuff up depending on what we're playing too. Like, obviously lighten up when we're playing runny games, and if I'm playing a extra shooty game, I want to hold more mags, hold more paint, hold more whatever. So I'll run my vest. I'm pretty versatile when it comes to, that one day I wore my just red hoodie. I don't even think I had anything on that day. I was shoving mags in my hoodie pocket, just playing. It is what it is. I'll play naked if I gotta.
I was going to say,
I'll find a place.
You're pretty damn close some days.
Yeah.
Let me tell you that.
Is that part of your reasoning for why you take half your clothes off, is to lighten down to get some more speed?
Yes, that's definitely it. It's not because
getting the next barrier. It's the difference.
Yes, it has nothing to do with me sweating through my clothes within the first 5 minutes of being on the field. Nothing to do with that.
Dude, I don't show it, or I think say it, but my dad knows. I have notoriously incredibly sweaty hands.
Do you?
Like, it can be anything. Like, when I was little, I couldn't do the monkey bars. I'd be slipping.
Oh, well.
And so
it was more when you were younger. It's not as bad now, at least.
Even then, you touch my Xbox remote, it's all gross, and it's not because I don't wash it, but it's like my hands just get sweaty. I can't hold people's hands outside the winter because my hands, even just in the fall, it's too. My hands are too sweaty and whatever. But
I'll have you know, I held your hand on the first D-Day in the front of the line, and they were very soft and supple and dry.
Thank you. But no, that's the thing of what I hate about gloves. I like having the long fingered gloves and stuff, but my hands get so sweaty. Taking it off, fine, Army gloves. Putting it back on after, it's so gross.
Yeah,
it's ugh. It's like playing a sport and you take off your neck guard and you have to put it back on and it's wet.
It's cold sweat.
Yeah,
Connor's got a really choice pair of HK Army gloves. That's why, and they fit your hand like a glove. Imagine that.
Yeah,
they're like
perfect,
professional style gloves, but if you take those off, oh my God, I could never put them back on.
Yeah, that's it can be we're playing in the spring or something, and it's still they're wet. It's nasty. So That's why sometimes you'll see me not even wear gloves. It's like I'm not in the mood to deal with this today.
you guys
if
notice
I
I
lose a
didn't wear
fingernail,
gloves?
it happens. So
Oh yeah, I didn't wear gloves all last year. Maybe a little bit in the first season, but I think the rubber started falling off, like the knuckles or something. So I just stopped wearing them. And I
I got
actually fully enjoy. I didn't get hit in the fingers, knock on wood, all last year. But I
what?
absolutely, I don't know how or why or
Oh,
whatever, but
damn.
I love not wearing gloves. I will add that since we're talking to gear. Like I like the look of gloves in videos for the first point of view. Like gloves look nice, and obviously they protect you. But I never wore full gloves. They were always the half because I can't do triggers.
Yeah, no, I
with-
got
I
the
can't.
fingerless. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but last year was great, and just like reloading mags, doing everything, reaching in my pouch, trying to get my barrel swab. Everything was so much easier without gloves. So I will not be wearing gloves this year.
I switched gloves actually. I went from the Vulcan ones that just have like the rectangular ones on it, which is great. But I got the ones that have the plastic knuckles. It looks like the plastic reinforced knuckles. They look like
yeah,
a
it looks like
fighter's
you have
glove.
like brass knuckles built into your gloves, like you punch somebody.
Yeah, I've always seen players use that. And then finally I asked somebody about us, how are those? He goes, they're the most comfortable things ever. So I got a pair and I absolutely love them. And they told me where they bought them. And he said, at first they're a little tight, they'll loosen up and they're perfect. Do not get them too big. And I actually love those freaking gloves. I love those gloves. I'm going to probably get an extra pair to back up. What was Mikey asking there?
He was asking me the new mask,
that
even
new mask,
though subconsciously in the back of his head, he must have known, because I think he was anytime I go to buy something, I ask Mikey first. I think a lot of people go that route. But yeah, no, I am matching Connor this year with the EVSs.
There you go.
Yeah.
But Mike, you can't copy perfection. What is this? This cheap knockoff. Come on.
Yeah, right. I thought
it's beautiful. I'm jealous. It's so nice.
That is a nice pattern on it. I
couldn't find this pattern anywhere, and I was asking Mikey. I was like, "Dude, what's up with this?" And he was like, "Oh, maybe it's a limited edition run." So I typed in, blah blah blah, limited edition, orange and white, black swirls, and sure enough, I found it. It was some kind of limited edition. I forgot what it was, but yeah, it's super sharp. Orange is my favorite color, and I'm pretty stoked. I'm probably gonna throw like an orange tinted lens in it, and yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Even the is it black or is it just the reflection? Because the black goes really nice.
Yeah, no, it's black. Yeah, it's black. You're just getting all the reflection from my room.
Yeah. No, the black's super nice of it too.
Don't hate Mikey because it's not a Proflex. Don't hate on it, my son.
Yeah.
Did you see the new retro? He was asking me about the new i3s. I suck with this stuff. I don't know if it was the i3s or the i5s, but they made like they remade the retro version of it.
Oh, really?
They kind of look like your mask, Andrew. They're super nice.
Oh yeah, like the
sitting here talking about it. Bring it up.
Well, the die is they've got the dial on the dial in the back to tighten it, like locked in place. Like, oh, Adam's a fan of your mask, apparently. There you go.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, I do like my grills. I actually once in a while I look to try to find limited edition ones, but they are not all. You got to pay for those. Nobody's giving them away. Put it that way. You
and Jeff, if your grills look like a bunch of grumpy people with the unibrow.
No, light, breathable. It works so well for my cameras. I me and heard out about that. It's like the other mask that is awesome for cameras is the dyes. But again, then you got to have a dye mask for it,
Yeah, it's the Dye i3 Pro. They remade it. It's like an old school looking. Trying to sit here and bring it up, but I don't know what I'm doing.
Anytime anybody says old school, I think just a JT. I mean, it's even that one I found in a military surplus store in the middle of New Mexico. That's in the garage. Yeah, it's $5. I wouldn't use that in a game. It's like, don't worry, I'm not. $5 sitting there.
I know whenever I think old school mask, I don't even know if it's old school because my paintball gear knowledge is so limited. I don't even know how I'm on this podcast episode. But do you ever had the mask that Matisse used to wear? It looks like a bit like
the full head. Yeah.
Yeah. a full
That
head.
is a JT.
Exactly. And like, I'm sure it's effective, but it's like, dude, how do you even put that on?
There it is.
Oh,
55 minutes later, after I was talking about it.
that does look a bit like a grill.
Yeah, it does. It's got the similar goggle style. I think that was what most of the older style was like, because they were replicating goggles, right, going inside of a mask.
You replace the yellow with maybe black, and I want that mask.
It's a nice color green too.
Yeah, that is, but it's a die. It's a die. Yeah, you got the money. That looks great. Take that off the screen. You're gonna make me cry. You're gonna make me cry. Beautiful, beautiful mask.
That reminds me of a boss from Resident Evil. It's like all bloated in different colors, like it looks like it's infected.
And they have really basic colors too, which is like someone for me, like I want as many color, you know, or Mikey wants as many colors, but they really, I think they stuck to the core of the, you know, just simple colors, and I think that's kind of cool too.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're on the back end of our what's usually around an hour show here. I just throwing. I got a couple things here. Let me see which one I want to pull up. You know what? I do want to pull up this idea. As Warzone Paintball evolves, the field's laid out in this way. There's at the bottom of a hill. There's the main staging area, main building, and there's the base. The base field. Then there's a road that goes up, and it winds to the right, and it takes you to the rest of the area up on top, where there is currently 4 active fields, a 5th one being active this year for the first time, and about 2 or 3 others being worked on in the works in the area. As I sat there thinking, wouldn't it be fun if you get a scenario where, let's say we get 12 to 20 people, friends of ours, maybe from Commando, from anywhere, but who have never played at that field before.
Mm-hmm.
So we got our 12 to 20 people, and we are already in the field, and we're set up in stages like there's going to be an assault on the base. It'll knock the players back. They can only advance a certain way. Then they got to crawl up the hill. They've never been to the field before. We set up little traps or barriers or stuff. We give them a recon with a drone for 2 minutes when they get, when you're going up on the hill and it takes the turn to go straight, the straightaway before the border stop. You say, okay, guys, I've got a drone. You've got it for 5 minutes. Tell me where to go. And you follow it. You give them something like this. So they're going to battle us. And maybe there's or you have one guy that plays with us and knows the field, that plays with them and explains what's going on. A little
general or something.
Yeah, exactly. And eventually, I think that would run its course pretty quick, with certain lives, but that you could do that for maybe 45 minutes to an hour.
That'd be really fun and a good introduction to like kind of get people, excited to get there and try out the field. And it's a new way to explore the field rather than just be like, all right, guys, we're playing on so-and-so, hop in the truck, we're going to go up there. And then you got to drive past all the other maps like, hey, what's that? Like, what was that map back there? So you kind of get a taste of it in the midst of battle.
Oh, wait a minute.
That sounds fun.
Maybe the Nasty Boys could somehow help with that.
Let's get them.
They'd get up the hill pretty damn quick, though, because they're good.
Yeah,
I don't need the drone; they just run.
Yeah, we'd need double the firepower on our side.
But like, dude,
bunch of Nasty Boys running up the hill.
I feel like all I'm good at paintball is running, but dude, running up that hill, going back and forth, it's so tough. It's so tough.
Okay, Mr. Last year, like we're like 5 feet away, and Connor's like, "No, I'll just run." And all of a sudden, he just starts running down to the base, and we're like, "What are you doing?" We're all in the truck in the trailer, and he's like, "No, I think you were you were prepping for D-Day."
Yeah,
because we all got down and we're like, "Connor, what the fuck were you doing running up and down the hill when we're all in a trailer? There's plenty of room." And then you're just like, just trying to get ready for D-Day, and I'm like, "Damn, that's dedication right there."
Yeah,
that is dedication.
No, I learned that in college. I had a running class, and we learned like lots of different techniques. And one of the things we had to run up this bridge. There's kind of like this spiral staircase that's a ramp for bikes to go up. So you have to do like 5 turns. And that was one of the things for one of our lessons for an hour. We had to run up and down this thing for the race that we were going to do. We were supposed to run a 10-kilometer race. And our teacher was saying, yeah, there's going to be inclines and stuff. And it's great practice for that. But there's no inclines at the race. And I forgot about that, you know, at D-Day, there's no incline. So why the hell am I running up and down a hill? I don't need to practice.
Yeah, right. I hold on, I'm tired just listening.
Except for the very beginning to run up the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, that's good conditioning though. Hill running is, I mean, man, I walk that thing sometimes because, you know, we always show up late and you guys are sometimes up there, or sometimes you guys are all ready for the first game, or you're heading up and we're not quite ready. So I've walked that hill quite a few times, and I almost need to sit the first game out when I get there because I'm so friggin' tired.
It's steep. I remember it wasn't this year. I think the year before that I slipped going up the first time.
Ooh.
I think I think I fell, then I slipped and almost lost my footing. It was wet.
Was that where you hit your shoulder?
Year,
yeah, you planted your shoulder. That was 2 years ago. That was was it the 2 years ago?
It was. No. It was this year because it was the rainy year.
Oh, okay.
Where I slipped going up. I didn't like fall and die, but I remember I almost slipped.
Yeah,
pretty bad. Yeah. Like I don't. Is it
your
is
shoulder
it unfair?
planted 3 years ago? The one before Mike came. You shoulder planted. You went in and you rolled your shoulder, and it's like, I guess we're going to find out what the Ottawa hospitals are like.
Is it unfair though on D-Day to have, you know, the one side doesn't have to run up a hill, the other side does? Is it unfair to put on the hillside to put like little rope things? You have it at the top and at the bottom so you can hold it like a railing sort of.
But didn't they move the spawn up? I'm sorry if I'm wrong here because I've only been to 2 days. But I recall a lot of people talking about the original spawn 3 years ago being back in that like boatyard, the one that was like fully.
Oh my god! Yeah. Oh, it was a disaster.
Because when you would spawn there in the boatyard sort of thing, is you'd make it to the hill and the guys would be waiting at the top of it.
Yeah. So I think even then, compensated there.
Even then, I feel like starting at even pretty much just the bottom of the hill, it's so steep that maybe if you're running to the top, you can get into the town fine. But if you're running around, like I run and I'm like hauling my butt, and like there's nobody on our team there, and their team's already set up in the woods. So maybe having those ropes or some sort of accessibility thing that you can have guys starting deeper on the woods would be helpful. Because
I thought this year was okay for the spawn points. It wasn't too bad this year.
I mean, but it's also, you saw that in the footage, right? I got there and it's like Jared was like 10 seconds behind me, and the next guy was like 30 seconds, and
they should have spawned down.
I was only waiting.
They should have filmed down that little hill.
I was only waiting at the container just to make sure everyone got through safely. I wasn't catching my breath.
I don't even care if that's a joke. I think that's legit to do that because people don't know where they're going.
You didn't have a gun. You didn't have a gun. You're there with just the medic. You don't even have a shield, for Christ's sakes.
Oh my god, I gotta take a breath in that thing. I pulled my mask just a little bit up, and I'm like breathing in that container. That's by the time I get to the container, I'm dead. So that next haul into the woods is quite a journey for me.
Hey, the video. Last week's video, Spiral, I think it's called, the music video. The footage of it is when we took the gully, the little town under the bridge. Conrad helped set that up. That was like 4 years ago. That was one of the sickest. I never thought that was just, it was amazing getting people out of that area. And,
I wish the first time I ever saw that container, I was like, man, this could make for some pretty sweet battles. But the way they have it set up now, I haven't had a battle there yet. We got one pretty close with that little town that's next to it last year. They were pushing up that ditch when you were throwing the smokes, and we were holding them back there.
Was it D-Day 22 where we were pinned there for 45 minutes trying to get up the side of the hill where the container is on the incline, on the edge of the map, the north edge of the map. That was like, we had to call an airstrike, and we spent all the rest of the day trying to take it easy, Owen. Owen, see you on the field on the 21st.
Yes, sir.
But it was fun because we spent the rest of the day saying, I think we can do this. Once we took it, we pounded away. Was that the year? Which year did they not have a break? They had it one year where they didn't have a break. They said, take your lunch whenever you want to. And in my head, it's like, you're going to go for lunch, come back, and the game's going to be totally different. Why are they doing
for
this?
real? I'm glad that didn't happen too often.
Yeah.
Since I know we bounced a little away from gear, but I was
it's okay. Just open mic.
Another thing that I only used like twice last year. I was wondering, I don't really pay attention a lot. I mean, I know we obviously use tanks and stuff, but remote lines. I felt like I saw them a lot the first year I played paintball. I feel like everyone had remote lines and this big ass tank hanging out their ass.
But then Connor didn't.
Yeah, and then it slowly started to phase out because I even had one because I was like, why not? It seems, whatever. But then
it's
I
our
ran
field.
into so many situations where it was.
Every field has a safe zone with air.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
Yep. And so I mean, it's there. And worst case scenario is if you run to 13s or 17, whatever size they are, air them up both, and I mean, it happens.
I just feel like they're really good for big games, but I don't think they're really
100%.
I don't think they're really logical for the stuff that we do mag fed wise.
Yeah,
unless you're running pistols.
It's pretty restrictive in
Pistols,
airline, especially if you're up close. But like at a big game where you're so much further away, it's okay that your line's coming on your right side and you have to look to your left so it doesn't handcuff you, right? When it's that far, it's okay, but so yeah.
All pistol match. Only one pistol each.
Yeah, that would be great. I'd love that.
Tire ball.
I don't even care where we play. Just watch out for Trent. I want Trent on my team. Pistols are like a second, limb to that
maybe
guy.
with Trent. I have a hot take.
Captains are Trent.
Maybe he has 2 pistols to compensate Trent. Maybe it's because he can't aim, and that's why he's got to use 2. So maybe if we're doing one pistol, maybe he can't be all that.
Yeah, maybe he'll.
I'm kidding. He sniped me through. He sniped me through tiny openings. We're just flicking his marker up and shooting once, and it's like, oh my god, you.
Well, if you see him, he actually doesn't always shoot. Sorry, my camera's over here. He doesn't always go like that.
He's
see
not
him a lot.
Call of Duty,
he really he'll take a couple shots at the right, and then
he's having fun.
Yeah.
He's like your classic Hollywood movie.
Crazy to do that.
Yeah,
I don't know how he
Clint Eastwood in the middle.
Ambidextrous to be shooting in 2 different directions at the same time.
Yeah, and looking straight ahead.
Middle of the town, shooting the bad guys left, right, and center.
Yeah.
Oh my God. No, he'd have to go. He'd have to go with the one pistol, but he's used to it. He's used to it.
Yeah, he'd have no problem. That's for sure.
Well, the first time he Tipex for sure.
Yeah, he had the Defender. When we met him for the first time, it was at 6EF, so that would have been Mirabel, Rush, Operation Rush. And he had the Defender, but I guess he ran out of bullets and air. He shot an extra case and didn't have any extra money left, so he hung out with us. First time he comes out to Warzone, we had to tell him after the first game, go with his Defender. It's like, no, we don't play that way here, man. You got 2 or 3 is enough. 2 or 3 is enough. I'd say 1's enough. This guy, he's just
put him and T-Head against each other with the Defenders. That'd be a funny 1v1.
Oh shit, T's still injured. He was out last year with the injury the whole year. He's running up playing some kill hit. Sorry, kill hit. Sorry. He's actually doing some more gaming on his YouTube channel now. But
he just made it to TikTok now. He's looking to skyrocket now.
Oh my God! Come on, you got to come out with us. He's got to do something, even if he's just going to be a coach.
I hope I don't get him in trouble. But I think I want to say, unless he was just saying this for an excuse, I want to say his physical therapist said something about he actually needs to do some light, something sports wise, something light to get him out there. So I think he actually plans on. I think we're gonna see a bit of kill hit this year, and T's I don't know if he's just like we are and just like on the edge of our chairs ready for the season, but he's like, I'm making out to every single C1D outing this year to make up for last year. I don't care what happens. I'll
He's
be
got
there.
young kids. Come on. Yeah, but no,
Well, he's gonna
he's
bring
fucking
he's got
great.
his I don't know if it's his wife or girlfriend, but has a young kid who's like 9 or 10, and
That's right.
I'm bringing him out this year, and I think he even wants to bring him to some of the bigger events too, and really get his foot in the door. He's been messaging me and Mikey about starter gear and stuff for him, so he's serious about it.
We need a runner for D-Day. No, we need a runner for D-Day. Look, what I got this shirt back here. It's a small padded shirt.
Yeah, they won't even
on
see
the
it.
wall.
Give him
nice. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go,
There's a
Connor.
reason why they stopped using runners after the First World War and Second World War, Dad. That's all I'm gonna say.
They could run stuff up, a can of Corona, a walkie-talkie.
I guess, but yeah.
Actually, that's the one
traumatizing the youth. That's why. That's the reason.
That's the one thing that would be good is when you need balls to have a runner. I honestly, I like, the wagon I brought last year. It was great. The staging area. Everybody respects it. The general's got his guys making sure that C1D guys grab from their box and everybody else grabs the other. But could you imagine that where you had somebody like that as, man, do you want to run this? And where you had a runner with it. I mean, medics could do it too.
Pre-filled tanks too. We could have pre-filled tanks with names on them, so they all end up back to whoever they are. But imagine being like, go grab 2 tanks and 2 bags of balls, and Buddy comes back with 2 tanks and a bag of balls, and we don't lose our position, we don't lose our information, we don't lose anything while we're sitting there. That's a super good idea. I don't even know if it's legal, but
for those of you thinking that's really overdoing it, and even if you've only played the last 2 D-Days like Mike, Connor, remember Battle of the Bus Station? We had 2 of them where we wrapped around and we're hitting them hard at their spawn. And we had to retreat because it's like, okay, we're losing people. Okay. We lost one of the 2 medics. Now we got 1 medic. He's out. Okay, guys, be careful. Then you hear it. People running out of air. Okay, I'm out of air. Guy says, I'm running low on ammo. Take my ammo. And we got to get a supply chain going there. If there was some way to get air there, it would have been like
I've seen it happen multiple times, 5-10 guys holding a spot really good and half an hour, everyone's whether you're moving up or at least holding that position, you're not losing anything. But like you said, everyone starts running out of ammo, and you see one guy, all right, I got to go back. It's like, what do you hit? No, I'm out of ammo. I'm out of air. Okay. And then you see your other buddy do the same thing, and all of a sudden you're shooting and you're like, fuck. And then you go and you get that shit and you come back and it's like, you're way back. And it's like, man,
that's what I love D-Day. That's why I love D-Day.
I feel like big games too. There's like, I remember learning about this in school. It's like a psychological effects phenomenon. It's sort of like the thing of like why recycle or something everybody else does it. If I don't do it, it's not going to make a difference.
It's not going to make a difference. Yeah.
But if everybody thinks like that, it's going to make a difference and the world's going to whatever. And, for paintball, I feel like I do that with my friends. If I see them run out of air or balls and I look, I'm like, okay, I'm running low. I might as well go back too.
Yeah.
And I wonder how many people feel like that and how many people are legit going out because they're actually whatever. So, so it'd be cool to have that. And
that would be nice. Me and Miranda
if only
do it
I could have like a
too.
Santa's bag over my shoulder and the other hand I have my medic flag and I can just pull out.
That would be pretty cool.
You get air, you get balls.
Oprah.
Yeah, exactly.
Your chair. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, remember last year we were supposed to do the 2-man carry? So we're on top of the hill right above our spawn. Connor's there. Nevin's there. Rob is there. Connor, so you're there. Who else? A couple others. Norm was behind me. I remember I looked, turn around, and Norm was like this. He was shaking his head because it was just balls flying everywhere. And these 2 guys, these speedballers on our team were lying there. It was supposed to be a 2-hand carry. So some crate with rope on each side just to carry it. Carriers cannot have a gun. It's like, well, I'll do it. I'm not very fast, but no one's getting into the middle of the battle that fast. And the guys, I got to drop. I haven't got any more balls. I go, no, wait, took it out, gave him the balls. Then his buddy, he goes, I hate to ask, man, you got any more? And I said, yep, I'm not giving up this ground. Give him the ball.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's actually fun doing that, running around giving people ammo and stuff, and they're so excited too. Like, man, I was just about to run out too, because that Mirabelle Tipman challenge last year, my Delta Elite broke as we were coming out for like a second half or something. We would just loaded up, gotten all this air. I took like 10 shots, so I must have had like 6 pods just full.
You're loaded up.
Yeah. I was low. Oh, and I think I had the big green thing full of balls. I don't remember, but
Oh yeah,
I had
the laundry thing.
ammo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I ran around for 5-10 minutes, and I got video footage of it filling people up, and they were so excited. Speedballers, and I'm filling them up while they're shooting. They're like, "Fuck yeah, I was almost out."
I forget which marker you lended me, Mike. I don't know if it was the A5. I think it might have been like the MP5 looking.
No, it was the A5.
And you open up my hop, and you're like, shoot, man, shoot. It's like, I don't think I can shoot this fast because you're pouring it in. It's like, I don't think I can shoot quick enough.
I just wanted the sweet footage of me pouring in.
That's why I'm like, I'm sorry to ruin your shot. I don't think it's happening, man.
I actually got a lot of good footage from that. I was going through some.
I was so bummed I didn't record the second half that my battery died.
Yeah, I still have a lot of cool stuff just unreleased from that. There was a lot of cool people there that day, and it was just we were walking back to the staging area or whatever, and there was this guy with a little stuffed animal. I can't even remember what it was. Some little stuffed animal, and he stopped me and Miranda, and he was like, "Hey, can you guys, I'm making a video for like a friend but a rival paintballer, kind of gonna mess with him." And I think the stuffed animal was whatever this guy's name was. Say it was, octopus, whatever. It was a little octopus. And he basically, I was like, well, he wanted us to shoot at it as he put it up in the air. And I was like, well, let me throw it, and that way you can be in the video too and whatever. So we threw this up, and there was a Miranda and another girl and that guy, and they were all shooting at it. It was just a sweet little moment, like in the middle of everyone else is around us shooting and having a battle, and we're sitting there like throwing stuffed animals up and shoot. It's what I love about the the community. It's so much fun.
Yeah, all the extra little things. It amazes. Well, you know what? I'm going to. We're running tight on time here, but inevitably we always end up talking about D-Day. It is those little interactions. It blows me away how many noobs are there. And we had last year, remember, Connor, we ran up on the tree line to start the game like we do every year. And there was a group of noobs that were just freaking fearless. And at one point we all got hit. And I remember we were telling stories about it. It's like, I remember I was with them. I got hit. I said, man, I got to go back. And then you said the same thing. I had to move. I had to go to Barry Hill. And like half an hour, 45 minutes later, I go there. They're still there. They're still there. And they're under shit. They're under the shit. And it's like, I'm staying with you guys here for the next little while, man.
Honestly, big games, if I see a big group of rentals, I'm actually more afraid of them than I am the like 3 speedballers that I was fighting with that are like hidden down in this bunker. I'm more afraid of the 6 to 10 fearless 16-year-olds who maybe it's their first time playing paintball and they're just ready to absolutely destroy everything in front of them. Like,
I mean, it's totally using like your environment, your environmental cues. Like when it's your first time playing paintball. My first time playing paintball was indoors, and when I see it start, everybody's so tactical and stuff. That's what I thought paintball is. But if you first experience playing paintball, it's this big game, and you see everybody like bombs going off, everybody runs. You're like, okay, this is what paintball is. I got balls to the wall, like Call of Duty sort of thing. Like I'm running. So I mean, it's pretty sick. I know I'm trying to get the lady to come out to play paintball. Hopefully this year, finally. But it's like, I think she suggested too of not at Commando, but at Mirabelle, since it's close to her house. It's like, oh, why don't we go to that? I'll come with you. It's like, no, you're not going to that for your first time. You're not going to like a big game. It's
who's paying for this date? It'd be a very expensive
date. It's also, it's like, I don't know It depends, because some people, like, I feel like, a big game for their first thing could be pretty sick. Then other people, it can be a little
Turn off.
much.
It can turn you off pretty quick.
Yeah. So, like, because I feel like, some people, you can kind of throw them in the deep end, and other people, it's a little like,
That's a baptism of fire, I think, is the best way to explain that one. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't
no,
think
it's like a
go
reason
to
on.
D-Day as a first timer though, and then walk away and be like, I don't. You might be like, oh, I'm not big on paintball, but I don't think you could walk away from D-Day for your first day of paintball and be like, I didn't have a good time. I just don't think unless you're really just not like,
unless you're like really just kind of, you have a bad experience that people aren't holding your hand, because you can spot the rentals there, right? And you want to, like say like, hey guys, let's go, let's move up. And, if you're not giving them experience and they're kind of just so lost, for that, it can be definitely off-putting that, it's like, so. Yeah,
well,
but
that's
I know what you
exciting.
mean. If you don't have a good first time at D-Day or some other big thing like that, it's odds are you're probably not going to like the sport then, because that's like it at its peak, right? So
yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's what we look forward to. I know when I tell Miranda, she's going to be really excited. So that's cool.
I believe everybody here got their tickets, pre-bought their tickets. I know Canadian dollars don't mean much to you because of the great exchange, but and I don't know, but I hope, because last year they did it. They only told us after that about the shirts. I want another shirt.
Oh yeah, I definitely plan on getting it. I think they said something about April. I'm never like the first guy to buy something, but I'm definitely gonna. Yeah, I've always pre-registered for sure.
There we go. All right. Well, we've been at this for about an hour here. It's been a banger. We're planning to have Michelangelo in next week, where, like I said, depending on, litigation, he's going to tell us various degrees of his trip to Florida, and we might even talk about paintball. Any parting shots, Mike, Connor, before we sign off here?
No, just as usual. I'm super excited. And Jeff, are you which way do I gotta look this way? Jeff, are you sick? You've been very quiet tonight.
I'm gonna look down on my thing there. It's like Hollywood Squares. What do you
I think
doing?
his mic's broken.
Yeah. His mic's broken, yeah.
I think his camera might be frozen too.
It could be.
Yeah.
Or he's really,
been
really
very
concentrated on something.
He's been very still. We're having a staring contest here. Wait. Just sit and stare at him.
I don't think there's any beat in him.
Okay. Well, remember
listening to this.
Yeah. Okay, remember we got that video about the action figures. Get them while you can. Get them when they're red hot. Thanks for putting that together, Mike. We got some little surprises like that because we just go out there and make the best of it. We're going crazy without paintball. We'll be playing that soon. I want to thank, let's see, Mikey was here. Owen was here. Adam was here. There's in chat. Yeah, the chat was Chris here?
Nope. Chris.
Oh. The streak is over.
He's gonna listen to this. I know it.
I know he's.
You better hit 300,000 paintball podcast hours this year on Spotify.
You know when they put like outside of like businesses like the highway department, it's like 0 days or 360 days since our last accident. I'm gonna put a little thing over there, like however many days since Chris has missed the podcast.
Yeah. He's protesting. He's protesting because he didn't get his complimentary action figures. All right. Thank you, boys. Next time we're out, like I said, probably have Mikey with us. If not, we're still going to be out there. We're still going to have fun. We're still going to talk paintball. And remember, at the end of the day, yes, indeed, it is just